Do-Rag Wisdom here, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Earth Date Y2K21.03.10. The music you'll be hearing in the background, once again, is various. I have so many tracks on that iPod, the thing is bursting. And of course I have other things I want to speak to you about, other topics, as time goes on, with other information I need to give you. In the meantime, 5 Dr. Seuss books are going out of print, as you probably know, because the publishers rightfully decry their racist imagery. This is certainly going to go a long way in wiping racism from our country. But why stop there? Have you ever seen the Warner Brothers cartoons of the 30s to the 50s? How about the Tex Avery MGM cartoons? Disney got rid of Uncle Remus and the Song of the South. But what about Dumbo and his depiction of black crows as black people? Ever seen Gone with the Wind? If you want to talk about racism, racist stereotypes, and disgustingly biased historical revisionism, Gone with the Wind would make you throw up. My concern is, where is this going to stop? When are we going to use the tools we have before us to fight racism without having to ban books, movies, or even statues? We will accomplish said task when we confront our history, teach it and not ban it, not revise it. I was a teacher who was lucky enough to be able to develop my own course in movies, TV, and media. My goal was to teach students how to be active viewers of the motion picture, the moving image, emphasizing the identification, the use of cinematic techniques, including cinematography, editing, production design, writing, acting, and directing. We did not simply watch a movie or TV show in my classroom. We analyzed each title. The key is using the images that we see displayed up there on the screen or on the TV and try to convey the ideas behind those images. And before I forget, another aspect of my class was helping students understand the historical and cultural context of the movies, TV shows that they were viewing. If a mirror reflects the image, movies and TV shows are also important mirrors reflecting cultural attitudes of their times. Something as simple as finding out how people dressed during the 20s, 30s, and beyond can be ascertained by simply viewing a photograph, a motion picture, a TV show from various times. And one primary place you can witness racial insanity in all its cursed disrespect is the movies, TV shows, and cartoons of various times. I have always loved cartoons, and here I am in my 70s, still loving them. I can sit even now and laugh at the hijinks of Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Tom, Jerry, Droopy, Donald Duck, and beyond. But guess what? When it came to the depiction of black people and of other minority groups, these animated features and shorts were all disgusting, and sadly, they were also funny. What do you do with the image of a dog, a cartoon dog who gets blown up by dynamite, and whose face now resembles a distorted view of what a black person is supposed to look like, with cornrows and big lips included? What are we to do with that scene from Dumbo, the cartoon Dumbo, when black crows, no less, are singing about whether an elephant can fly? I showed many pictures throughout my years of teaching movies and media, and I made sure to have different things going on for each of the grades that I taught, mostly 6, 7, and 8. I had 3 different themes going on for each grade. I made sure that the image of black people and minorities in movies and TV shows were also discussed, especially in light of racist exploitation in the name of popular culture, entertainment. If I was showing a cartoon, for example, I made sure to give each an historical disclaimer and an educational context. I will always appreciate what Whoopi Goldberg did when she was tasked with introducing a DVD set of Warner Brothers World War II cartoons that contained racist imagery. She said that to censor this material is as if you are erasing history and pretending that racism never existed. The best thing to do while exhibiting the work is to put it into the historical context, to put it up there into the faces of the viewers, and point out the exact attitudes, the racist attitudes that were there in this entire freaking country. Yes, I would tell my students this country was filled with overt racism to the point that it was okay to depict stereotypes in our cartoons, in our movies, and in the products we use, such as Uncle Ben's rice, such as Aunt Jemima pancake mix. Also remember the ink black lawn jockeys that were sold with impunity as if everything was simply fine? And never forget that Dr. Seuss was an ignorant product of this time as well. As artistic, as creative as he was, in this area, this important area, he was as ignorant as hell. Banning books and censoring films for fear that negative ethnic images are displayed will succeed in doing one thing: making us more ignorant than ever about the darkness that even now still exists in the USA. To make us ignore the history of these abuses, to make us believe that they never happened at all. A new and enriched understanding of the works of Dr. Seuss and others can be accomplished with honesty and education and a touch of historical context. We want to show our young people the ugliness of racism and ethnic stereotyping. We want them to see how our culture and how our society was poisoned with it. We can't show them if we have no evidence. We can't show them if we ban the stuff and pretend as if it never existed.